when we're starting to work with someone, a new coaching client, we're like, what do you want to get out of this? What is your end goal here? What's the end game?
And I'd say 9 times out of 10, one of the goals is to replace my job.
Replace my job. Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. And
That's a
going
great goal.
going down just a little comparison here, the 1/4-inch hole versus the 1/4-inch drill.
Right.
If-
So
What
meaning what do
I
people
mean by
want?
what do people want? When people want they want a quarter, if they got this piece of artwork that they
Mhm.
want hung on the wall, they need a 1/4-inch hole. They don't
need a drill.
they don't need a drill. They're most interested in the hole, right?
Right.
So when we're talking about replacing the job, it's not the job that they're really trying to replace. It's the
income
that
Or
the
the
job
way
produces
that they produce an income.
and the way that the income is produced.
Yes.
Right. So you
So
replace
what
your
we
job.
want to replace is the not having very many choices in the way I produce income, which is
Mhm.
having a job. In a lot of cases, having a job, or having much more control over my choices by replacing the way I make an income.
Right.
But what else does that bring up for
Well,
us?
if you're looking for a new boss or a new job, or even a new career, going to be much easier
Oh yeah,
probably than starting this business, maybe a new career aside, but new job, new boss, that's going to be much easier to achieve
Sure.
than building a new business.
because of what we said before. You already know how to do
You already
that.
know,
You already have the
those
skills built.
skills, right?
You can use that with a different boss,
Right.
for sure.
But
Okay.
looking to replace your income or
Mhm.
the way that you are producing income
Mhm.
is leading me to the next point here, which is if you're going to do that, probably need to reprioritize some things
Mhm.
in your life to make your Amazon business, if your goal was to have your job, the Amazon business replace your job
Mhm.
or the income that the job produces,
Mhm.
then the Amazon business needs to be priority 1 or 1A
Mhm.
with your day job.
Yeah, obviously, while you still have a day job, it has to have the priority that it's due.
Mhm.
But if you're trying to replace that, or even, if you're trying to replace that,
Mhm.
then your Amazon business or the business that you choose, the way you choose to replace that income, must have as high a priority, or it will never take the place.
Exactly. As long as your day job has a higher priority than your Amazon business, you're going to struggle to replace the income that you get from your day job, is what I was trying to get to.
Right.
So it reminds me of a coaching client that I was talking to. This was many months ago. And it was like, I think it was over the summer, and got on the Zoom call with him, and he was sicker than a dog. Like, I don't know where that saying comes from, but he was really ill, right? He was like, oh man, I've been, tossing my cookies all day and I got a fever and all this stuff. I'm like, but yet here you are in the coaching session.
Right.
Said, you have made this as high of a priority. Did you call in sick to your day job? He said, yeah, I did. But he didn't call in sick to Amazon.
He didn't cancel his appointment with
He
his
did not
coach.
cancel his appointment with his coach, right? Because he knew that was the most important thing in terms of income producing
That's beautiful.
at the time.
Right.
Right.
Right. So, yeah, that's a good point. So if you would miss a movie night or a Super Bowl party or something like that because of your day job, because your day job called for it for whatever reason, then make sure you be willing to do the same for at least during that intense focus effort for your own business.
Right. There's a period of time. The joy of what we're talking about and what we do here is, if you really do want to replace your job or replace your income with this new income producing lifestyle, then
you have to build it.
You have to build it in that period of building, that we say 6 months, right? Of intense focus effort.
You can build a nice foundation in 6 months.
In 6 months. But what happens after that period of time passes, so long as it has been that period of intense focus effort, you have been sending in meeting your goals in terms of your tests and your replens and whatever business model you have going on, then you will start to get some of that time back. Right. That's the whole thing, is like you said it in the beginning. We're not replacing the job, we're replacing the income.
Yeah.
So
the way to produce
the way to produce the income, and the way that this business can produce income for you allows for a certain amount, or a larger amount of flexibility.
Absolutely.
Finally came to me. in your life. And so some of those things that you may be skipping during the period of intense focus effort, you get back.
Yes.
Now Super Bowl parties for the rest of your life, right?
Then
Now
you
movie
can
nights whenever you
host
want
Super
them.
Bowl parties.
Yes.
Yes. You can host the Super Bowl parties.
Right.
You can make fun of your friends because they can't make it to the Super Bowl parties because they have a job. Whatever the
Right. And
case
you're
may
like,
be.
oh, it's a school night for you. Oh,
Oh,
too bad
yeah,
for you.
too bad. I'm taking tomorrow off
Yes.
because my boss told me I couldn't. Boss? Yes.
Right.
Right. So, but after that intense focus effort, you can scale and outsource, and a lot of those skills that you've had to build,
Mhm.
you can teach others to do for you. A lot of that time you've had to put in, you can now lay off to other people to do for you.
Right. Once you get to the point where you have scaled your business and you've outsourced it, man, now you get some of that stuff back.
Right. So, but how do I get that foundation built where I can start doing that, Brian?
Well, you have to dig in. I mean, there's some number out there, like 10,000 hours is what it takes to spend learning, practicing and putting
to
in
become an expert.
to become an expert in something. 10,000 hours is about 5 years worth of work in a normal job. In this business, we're not going to cram 10,000 hours into 6 months, but we're going to get a lot accomplished in 6 months.
And if I replaced hours with ASINs and I looked at 10,000 ASINs,
Oh,
I'm
there you
gonna
go.
be pretty good at this.
There you go. I like that.
But I gotta learn. I gotta look at 5 ASINs first, right? Right. You got to start with 1.
Yeah.